Hi, everyone. So Jason's not going to be on this episode of the podcast, but it's fine because I'll just be talking to Keegan. Holy shit!
Hey guys, welcome back today. Me and Christian here on the Ugly Podcast, the ugliest podcast known to man, the ugliest episode of all time.
Yeah, so Jason said we were allowed to record an episode of the podcast.
He graced us this opportunity.
Yeah, he said we were allowed to record it without him. But there were some ground rules that had to be laid down, and number one was that we had to call this episode the ugliest.
So it's not please listen today.
Yeah,
it's just the Ugly Podcast.
The Ugly Podcast.
Specifically, cannot do the Ugly Cast because it sounds too fun.
Yeah,
it has to be the Ugly Podcast because we are ugly.
Yeah, that's what. That's what he's pretty much saying. Yeah, and this is the ugliest episode ever. Is what the title has to be.
Yeah, I think with the title and thumbnail it like a photo, like his headshot and like him looking ripped, which is not hard for us to that's any photo of him ever. He looks amazing. So
and if you're curious on like what he's doing, what was the text that he said that?
I think he
said weird. He's doing?
Mogging some milfs and he's shooting for H&M in Dubai. So he's out and he's
going. Yeah, he's going to do Dubai, which is crazy because he said like. He said, like, when he comes back, he wants to be called, like, Lisan Agaib.
Yeah. It's...
yeah, I have no idea what that's about.
Like, what's he trying to do to us, you know? What's he doing to my soul? What's he doing
to my soul? Doing to my soul.
Doing to my soul.
But, yeah, no...
We had to fight tooth and nail for Jason to let us even, record the episode.
Yeah.
He wanted this to be audio only. Because,
he was like, he was begging that it be audio only. Or he said, like, could we, like, face app the whole episode or something like that? And
he was like, can we get Goku VTubers to, like, kind of encapsulate you? We just didn't have time for the technology.
He wanted us to do a VTuber episode.
Yeah.
It was just not making any sense. We were like, well, what if we brought on guests, like...
What if we brought Philip on? He said, I will kill myself if I am not on an episode that Philip's on because I want to be able to be there.
Yeah.
And we were like, okay, what if we brought Cameron on? And he didn't know who we were talking about for some reason. It was weird.
He was like, he was just like, who the fuck is that?
Who? Oh, that's cool. You want to have the Three Stooges on this week?
Yeah. He's like, and it's already the ugliest. What do you...
You want to be the stupidest?
Stupid, ugly, depressing.
You face for radio fucks! You face for radio fucks! And we said, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And we went to go like kneel down and like beg forgiveness.
Yeah.
But he's already so much taller than us.
I know.
Like, he wouldn't be able to hear us if we knelt
down,
you know?
And he kept talking about like me kissing his feet.
Yes.
And stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, truly wild stuff.
He wanted us to go bald and then kiss his feet while he was also bald. It was weird.
Yeah. Oh, then also for like a solid minute, like over us talking, I have to like show some of his like best photos of himself.
Yeah.
So that's if you're not seeing us on screen, that's
we have to remind you like why
right
you should come back next week.
Yeah. It's kind of like come back next week. This dude, this god will be here. Lisan Agaib will be here next week.
He's just finding the way, I think.
Yeah,
he's
exactly.
Like finding the way or whatever.
I really don't know what he's doing.
I have no idea.
But it's important enough to not come on the podcast.
Yeah, to not be on the podcast, his favorite part of the week. I mean, in between all the other appointments he has, with various media groups and personalities, it's like this is like the one time a week where he gets to, kick back.
Yeah.
But he's gonna hate this. So Jason, I know you're watching this. Hope you enjoyed that little segment.
But welcome back. It's just us today.
Yep.
Just kind of a chill one today.
Yeah.
I just woke up.
I did. I just woke him up.
I just woke up from my nappies, which Jason would hate.
Yeah, he would talk about how you shouldn't sleep because who's going to carry the boats?
Exactly.
Might be mixing up my
exactly.
analogies,
Something along
but
those
yeah.
But I mean, how you been? You been good?
I'm pretty good. I can tell you why I'm tired today.
Why are you tired?
So I you know, I went to the gym today. I've been trying to get back into my routine post New York, and I got there. And usually, what I do is I do a lot of weights. I don't really do cardio, but usually I get there. I'll hop on the elliptical, do like 10 minutes on the elliptical, just like warm up, go do a little stretch, and then I'll go work out. But today I get there and all the ellipticals are taken. I'm like, I guess I'll get on a treadmill.
Like all the old ladies and stuff, right?
Yeah,
old
big saggy arms, and okay. There was like one open, but I knew I was gonna just be boxing their fucking bottom flaps while I'm like a speed bag.
Okay.
And so I was like, okay, fine, fuck it, whatever. I'll do the treadmill. I'll do like 5 minutes on the treadmill. And so I get on the treadmill, and I'm at like 4. Like 4 miles. I don't even know what the 4 stands for.
Yeah.
Level 4.
Whatever 4 is.
I'm on a bit of an incline, just chilling. And then a pretty woman got on the treadmill next to me.
Okay.
I was maybe a third of a mile into it. I did 4.5 miles. And I ran. I haven't.
I mean, yeah. As soon as she comes over, and immediately,
I'm like. Oh, sorry. I was keeping it warm for some lady in the back. Let me get some my standards.
I was warming up. Woman comes up to a guy on a slight incline walking speed, holding on to the bars because he can't keep up.
Smosh pit on the screen,
barely holding on. She comes on immediately. Full sprint.
Cranking my music, taking my glasses off.
Just full sprint. Like, you're not even like going fast. You're just like jumping and floating.
Yeah.
Like, doosh, doosh, doosh.
I'm going between machines. I'm doing
over, look over, wink. Give her a little wink.
So I set it to 6.9. Look over. Keep running.
Okay, so you okay.
I ran a lot today, and then
I feel like a lot of those charity runs, they could do more if they involve like for pussy as well.
Dude, that's not like I just feel like like when they say women run the world, it's like I believe that, like because it's like women already are like strong leaders, but then women also motivate the men.
Yeah, America doesn't run on Duncan.
No,
it runs on women. Yeah,
because the thing is, like I didn't talk. I didn't look at her. I didn't even make it known, like that I was interested.
I'm doing this for you.
Yeah, I didn't. It was just love of the game. It was just love of the game at that point.
It's like, I can't. If she's gonna be near me, I have to be like in my.
Yeah, I gotta be peak. I gotta be peaking right now.
Peak right now. Oh man. So if I signed you up for like a full on Iron Man, and I just attached like a pole with a string, and in front of you is just a picture of like your celebrity crush. I don't know who I would say there.
So you've got. You're telling me you got a picture of Rainy Rodriguez in front of me, and I gotta do the Iron Man.
Iron Man
is the picture waterproof?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's full. You will be able to see.
Then I will reunite all lands across the sea until we are Pangea.
Okay. I was just curious. I feel like it's a good motivator for guys.
Yeah, and then I got off the treadmill and I kind
of. Kind of feels like I'm walking around super fast. That's where.
Oh man! And then I promptly went into the like the locker area. I just sat on the bench
for like 5 minutes.
I got off treadmill very loudly. I could do that again. Confidently walk. As soon as I pass the threshold, just. Pulling myself to the bench.
just pulling.
And I tried to work out after that, but I was so exhausted.
Yeah.
I just came back here and worked on some video stuff. Went to the doctor.
How the doctor? What the doctor doing?
It's terminal. It's terminal.
Just you as a being, you're terminal. Okay.
Yeah. He like walked in and he looked at me and he was like, "Oh, I have to do this today." And I was like, "What do you mean this today?" He's like, "I didn't." Okay, I didn't.
Let me
prepare.
put on my exploring hat. I'm gonna do. It's an adventure to figure out what the fuck is wrong with you.
he walks in and he's like, "Oh, I didn't mentally prepare for this one today. I wasn't ready to deliver news this bad." What? It's terminal. What's terminal? Your $30 copay at the door. Have a good one. What?
Your
what?
body. You.
The being that is Keegan McDermott. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, you may leave. Oh man, I don't know if it was you. To go back to the girl.
Yeah,
the girl thing. I don't know if it was you that I was talking about this with, but I'll mention it on the podcast now, because I'm a little bit of a socially awkward guy. I
Really?
think. Yeah, I think so. I think I'm a little socially awkward.
No.
I was thinking, why, like, would you consider it weird to dap up girls? Did I have this conversation with you?
I think you've mentioned the conversation to me, but I don't think we had it.
Okay, so we'll have it. Would you say it's weird to dap up girls?
That's a good one. It's a good question. I think I'm more inclined to dap up like significant others of people that I know. Like I think I'd be like, oh yeah, like, oh, what's up, man? Oh, it's your girlfriend. What's up? How's it going? Like that, you know what I mean? But like, thing is, you're asking a guy that like as an opening move at the club, like I'm not afraid to do a handshake. I think it's funny as fuck.
Okay.
I think it's just like
that's everyone's different.
hey, it's like nice to meet you.
Everyone's
like,
different. That's why I'm curious.
Yeah. The dap up, I don't think I'd ever judge anyone for doing a dap up. Okay. You know, I think it's fine. What's your stance on it?
I was just thinking, right? Because I was like, I say bye to people, and I have to say bye to people, and I just feel so weird when I go up to all the guys and I go, see ya,
boom,
see ya, and then you reach the girl. And it's like, I don't think a dap up is acceptable. What
do you do?
So and I'm never going for hugs.
I never go for the hug, bro. I never go for the hug so hard that like if a girl goes to hug me, I'm like, I don't know if I should do this.
Like I've had like it's so funny. This is how awkward we are. Yeah. We have no Jason, so you get to see just two little awkward dudes talk.
The testosterone left the room.
Yeah. So I'm okay with hugging people.
Yeah,
I literally I was raised to go into a party and hug everyone, hug and kiss everyone is what I was taught when I was growing up, and I fucking hated it as a kid. As a kid, I didn't want to do it.
Well, that too is like where when I'd go to like your family parties and stuff. It's like, I don't know who's going to go in for the kiss. I'm so anxious.
You see me going up to every single person. I just have to go for the kiss every single time because I can't anticipate what the fuck they're going to do.
And I always wonder why you don't do that in this home. But
it's different. It's a different environment.
How is it different?
It's different.
Am I not human being?
You are a human being.
Am I not a human being who deserves greeting?
Yeah. I give you the wave. Hi, buddy. Yeah. I don't know. I think it's so funny because I like, in my opinion, it's like I want to start dapping up girls, right? Why not?
You should, yeah.
Right? It's like fuck it. but then it's like, do people do like even dudes who religiously dap up dudes don't dap up girls. They go for hugs or whatnot.
Yeah.
I think it's so interesting. Like, why is that why is that a thing that we have to work? Like,
I am
a thing.
I think the way that I've kind of solved this this matrix level puzzle, right?
Yeah, for me
is I go for the fist bump with everyone. The fist bump is so consistent. It's because it's like if dap up is one thing. I also hug my homies. I got no problem doing that.
Yeah,
but I think it's like for me, it's like the most consistent thing is like. Person I don't really know, fist bump's easy. Person I don't, person that I'm very close with, hey, still fist bump. Like it is so universal to the point because then you never know if someone's coming in. Like if you do open hand come in, you never know if you're going for this, for this, for this. You know what I mean? So and then you have the whole awkward thing. So it's like for me, it's just Hey, there's really realistically one thing we can do with this right here, and it's.
You ever like dominate a handshake?
Like Trump?
Like I've gone in for handshakes with dudes who we had different ideas of what the fuck this was gonna be.
Yeah.
And I just do exactly what I was going to do, and I make their hands do.
No, for sure. Like especially like, if I go in for the fist. That's the beauty of the fist bump. You know, it's like. And then, like, they get the clear message, like, "Oh, this is gonna be."
I've had fist bumps where they don't go to fist bump. Go, and it's like, dude, don't make me open my hand right now, because I'm gonna open my hand and you're gonna close your hand. Yeah. I've had multiple like that.
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't know. You know, so it's like, do I dap everyone up? Do I hug everyone? You know, what is?
See, the hug does not. I don't think the hug works. You know what I mean? Where it's just
hug's fine with me. You know?
Hugs are fine. But I think like the reason the fist bump is so good is because it is so consistent. Yeah. There is such like unless they go for a different thing, then it is so consistent that it's like, hey, our knuckles have to touch, and that is it. But it's like with the handshake we've already gone over. With a hug, it's like you might go in and like they might go for like this way, or it might just be a side thing, or you know what I mean? And it's like
exactly
like
too much.
Yeah.
But I'm lucky enough to have some people in my life that just go like I've said, well, like I want to hug you more, so we're gonna hug when we greet each other.
That's great.
I'm like,
fantastic.
I'm like, perfect. You've established the comfortableness of this. I will hug you every time.
This is a conversation only people who have over 6 hours a day on Twitter can have. You know what I mean? Like,
you know what? Perfect. Established.
I'm so curious. Does anyone else think like this?
Yeah, exactly. Right? Like I think like my opinion is like, oh, we're coming off so
like, do
lame.
we sound insane?
Right?
Yeah.
We're coming off so lame. And sorry, we don't have much human interaction with randoms. All right, I just don't feel that comfortable hugging. Like I've seen people meet people hug. I'm like, dude, could never be me.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then I wanted to mention is like, and if I do just go for the all hug, I watched this episode of Curb, and Larry complained about the way a dude hugged, and I was like, I think it'd be so funny if I just started hugging like that guy, and the dude. You know, Curb is so interesting because Larry points out, like, he always, like, sometimes this season will point something out that to me is so second nature that I'll be like, yeah, if someone did do that, that'd be really weird, wouldn't it? And one of them was this dude has no idea how to hug. Whereas, like, when you hug someone, it's kind of like an arching over thing, you know, where, like, your butt is tucked back. Right when you hug someone, this dude just fully hugs people, dick touching dick, like fully dick touching dick on like he just fully close hug. I was like, that's so funny. If someone hugged me like that, that would be really weird,
crazy,
wouldn't it?
Yeah, I mean, speaking of Curb, I mean, you've been on quite the journey.
I've been on quite the Curb kick.
You know, finally catching up to the final season. How long did it take you?
I want to say like a
month. So in a month, you watched 11 seasons of Curb.
Yeah, but let's be real here. Each season only has 10 episodes, and they're only like 30 to 45.
So you watched like over 100 episodes of television.
Yes.
In a month.
Yeah.
So how about can you give us your summation of Curb, your review?
Okay.
Going into the final season right now.
Okay.
Do you recommend people? Are you going to be the Liz Al-Gaib and this is the way?
This is the way. Curb is great. It's its own style. It's unique. It's different. Larry David is definitely a master at his craft. He knows exactly his style and the way stuff goes. I like the writing a lot. Writing's pretty basic. It's pretty much. I think Philip put it best one time when I was talking with him. It was like. The setups and the punchlines are all there, and sometimes you know exactly where it's going. Sometimes because most of the time in Curb it's like two plot points that seem different. At the end, they're gonna combine, and it's gonna fuck over Larry in some extreme way. And then I like how sometimes they'll just do like random setups to jokes that will never have a payoff. It's just a little funny thing that happened that you think will change in the episode, but it won't. But you don't watch it for like the scenarios are funny, but you watch it to see what the fuck Larry David is going to do. You love the character.
You love the character study of
like everyone who watches this show I don't care who you are. Everyone wants to be Larry David. Everyone wants to be what he does.
Yeah.
Which is just speak your mind and not give a fuck about what others are gonna think. So I think if I were to get a rating out of 10, right now it's sitting at an 8 or 9 for me. It's like it's right there. Some episodes I feel can be a little bit boring at times, but it's not nothing too crazy. But I think it's great. It's definitely one of the best sitcoms. I would never put it in like the best show of all time. There's so many other better TV programs than Curb.
For sure.
But Curb is, as far as comedies go, it is up there. It is for sure. I could say a top 10 comedy.
Wow. Yeah.
I think I could. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, for as long as it's been going on, and as long as
Yeah, and especially how the show's filmed. Too,
Yeah.
And like the process of that show is like, well, it's so unique. No other shows do it like them. So you got to give props where props are due. But yeah, I would recommend it if anyone is in need of a TV show to watch. Check out Curb Your Enthusiasm. But I have so many other recommendations over, but
we're not talking about those right now.
We're not talking about those right now, Curb. And then, Keegan can attest. I'm slowly like
he's becoming Larry David.
I'm slowly doing Larry David things without me like trying. I'll just it'll just come out, and
we'll be like hanging out, and he'll be like,
and then it'll just come out, and I'm like, I know it's coming out, and sometimes I play into it, and sometimes I try to stop it, but other times, most of the time, I'll be like, oh,
what are some examples you have in your brain?
If I'm in it, well, I mean, I remember when we were out on Clematis the other night, I was just like, we were talking about because this famous sculptor was doing a show near us, Michael Aram, and he does sculpting, and then as a bit, I was just gonna joke about how sculpting isn't even like that hard or whatnot. Yeah. And then so I just remember I whipped out one of those. That's it, right? That's pretty much it, right?
Like, it's just so insane how you fall into that. Like you're my Colombian friend Christian, but for a second you become Jewish old man.
Jewish old man Larry David. I complain that sculpting isn't even that hard. Anyone can do sculpting.
You can do sculpting. Not that hard.
Yeah, you just do the thing.
The way that your fucking voice goes is so crazy.
I've watched too much of
I know.
That's what it is. I've been exposed to the mannerisms and the way this guy speaks for so long. It's just like burning into my brain. Like, yeah. So sometimes it'll whip out, but I think once I stop watching this show, then I'll start, going back to my roots of being Charlie Kelly.
Well, yeah. We'll just wait until we get back on the Sopranos grind. Ooh, just wait for that.
Be more like Tony Soprano. That'd be so funny. But no, yeah. Larry is definitely fun to be in. It's just the most fun to do, I think. It's just so fun to it's fun to like have a point and have everyone disagreeing with you. But you stand on that point.
Stand on business.
Yeah, you stand on that point. And my favorite is when I'm doing it and I can make people laugh with what I'm saying. Yeah, that's my favorite. sometimes I have some takes where people's like, "This guy's crazy."
You got one of those right now?
I don't know any. I can't think of anything off the top of my head. But I know we've been out and the boys. Have said, the boys have said
you're not real.
Yeah,
you're not fucking
you're not
real.
real. How can you think like that? Yeah. I love it though. It's great.
Sorry, I'm yawning. I had to run 4 miles today for.
He did run 4 miles today.
So kind of,
he's a little tired. What else is there? Is there anything in your life that's consuming you?
Just as a New York vlog. It's kind of really it. Just been on some music and stuff. Nothing like listening wise. Nothing really. I'm just bored right now with like listening to music. I don't really have anything that's like.
Music is. I'm having the same thing right now. Where it's like
It's like I'm listening to all the new like there's like new like Netspend, Ian, Osama Sun. Like there are people that are like coming out right now, or I'm like yeah, They're doing well. They're cool. But it's like, I don't know. We're kind of in a really stale place.
I don't know.
And
Yeah, 'cause sometimes I'll be like, oh, I'll listen to music. And I'm like, I don't want to listen to that. And I'm like, do I want to watch YouTube? I don't want to watch YouTube. I don't know. And I can't, I'm not going to start an episode of like a series without knowing that I'll finish that episode in the same sitting. So I'm like, So I do it. I'm just constantly like swapping between apps. I'm just being like, what's going to stimulate me? What's going to stimulate me?
I just been listening to podcasts mostly these days. Cause I'm
like, I stopped listening to podcasts completely.
I used to be.
You were
the big podcast guy.
Podcast guy. I've not listened to like an episode of a podcast in so long. It's crazy. Like the closest thing I'll get to listening to podcasts is I watch like an old episode of New Heights or something. It's like, what were they? Like I'll be watching like a football game and they'll like football highlights. And I'm like, oh, this game. And I was like, oh, the Chiefs. Oh, there's an episode where Travis talks about the game after. I was like, oh, what are his thoughts?
Yeah.
But other than that, nothing too crazy. So you're doing the New York podcast.
I've been editing that. Expectations low. I don't think it's nothing crazy. We didn't do much.
Yeah.
I think this is the inverse of the where last time the vlog was better than the podcast. I think this last podcast was just so good.
Yeah,
it was so funny, and I think it was a much better representation of what
the trip was
happened there. Because we amazingly were just like in a lot of stores. We couldn't film in those because of like where we were in proximity to New York. Like we're at Dylan's place. It was just a lot of like the start of our day would usually be like we were waking up way later than we were last time. Then we would have to figure out food. Then we would do food, and then by the time we get into New York, it'd already be like 3:34, and then most of the nights we were doing things we couldn't film anyway. So it was kind of but
I think it's
funny moments.
Funny. I have a coworker who says she's going to New York, and she was asking about the basement, and I'm like, you got the one guy who's never been.
Yeah.
I was like, I mean, it's a different vibe, I don't know if you'll like it, but it's different. It's something to experience for sure. But then it is funny when you have people who are asking questions that is like the answer's all on the podcast, right? So it's like, okay, what's the move here? I'm never gonna tell someone you should listen to the podcast. Yeah. I'm never gonna say that.
That's because my dad watched the full New York podcast and then texted me about it afterwards. But then my mom, I realized I hadn't told her anything about New York, and so I was on the phone with her, and she was like, "How was New York?" And it was a moment where I was just like, I gotta tell this whole story again, and I really did just want to be like, "Oh, we made a full hour and 45-minute composition of it." Yeah, it's just like you can't tell someone
you can't tell someone go listen to my podcast instead of me giving you the answer right now, which is very funny, because then I get into an area where it's like, okay, I'm gonna be repeating word for word what was on this podcast, jokes and all. Like, I know what jokes were funny. I know what's funny about this. I'm going to say these jokes, and I feel so dirty. I'm like, I'm just repeating. And then there's the idea of like, if they watch it, it's like, oh, Christian just word for word said exactly what's on this podcast. I think that's so funny. So, I need to find a better balance in that, but it is so funny. I'm just like, it's funny because Keegan was asked if he was a baby, and then they went and they played hide and seek inside. That's funny, right?
Yeah. No, you can just give her my number. I can let her know all the stories and stuff.
Okay. Okay, and you're like, I'll make sure she calls me when I'm on my runs.
Yeah. I know there's this great dinner spot. It's across the street from an LA Fitness, and I'll be at the window on the treadmill. Just go wait at the table, and it's as if I'm like sprinting towards you. I swear to God, I'll at least do 30 miles, at least like.
Just on a treadmill, staring at the window at a girl sitting at a dinner table.
Getting texts. Hey, are you almost here? I'm running there.
So
like what?
So funny and creepy. I could pitch a bit idea that I had to you. I wanted to do it as like a cold open to this podcast. And it was just I wanted to, how sometimes I like recreating scenes from movies and stuff.
Yeah.
So I want to recreate the scene from the first Dune.
Okay.
Where Timothée Chalamet puts his hand in like the box. And it's like, you know, the woman is like, you know, you're gonna experience pain if you. Do you know anything about this scene?
No.
I was showed to basically drastic. To sum it up, she tells Timothy Chalamet, "Put your hand in the box. You're gonna experience pain. I'm gonna have a poison needle directly next to your neck. If you move at all, you die. Don't take your hand out of the box. I pierce you with the needle. You move, or you have that, and like pretty much to show that like his animal instincts won't take over when he has pain." And so it's a full like intense scene where Timothy Chalamet is acting his ass off, just experiencing pain, and it's pretty intense, pretty funny. And I was like, okay, I think it'd be really funny if we did the exact same scene, you as the mother, Jason as Timothy Chalamet.
Okay.
And it's just put your hand, because he's just like put your hand. I was like, and I don't remember the scene exactly, but it's pretty much like what's gonna happen. She's gonna, what am I gonna experience? Pain. What's in the box? Pain. And it was just this idea, what's you two? And he's like, what happens when I put my hand in the box? Edging.
Yeah.
So
what's in the box? Goon.
Edge. Edge. And he put his hand in, and he's edging. And then I come in, like, what the fuck? We do like the voice distortion. Get out! We do the whole
Starts
thing.
gooning.
We do the whole thing. It's like, oh shit! I think that'd be really funny.
Yeah.
If we truly try to like shoot it.
Look out for it next week, maybe. You know.
Yeah. If we tried to shoot it exactly how I was on there, I could be like his mom, just outside, just like praying, like, oh, goon is goon. Nothing to you can't, because it's all about like fear and like fear. If you think about fear, you'll die. Fear is death. Goon is death. Goon is death.
Goon is edge.
Yeah, just like fully doing it ourselves. Like pretty much doing what they do on TikTok.
Yeah.
With just adding the words over it. But now we're fully doing it. We're acting as well. We're trying to create the same vibe. Hey-oh.
Hey. You guys doing the podcast right now?
Yeah, Jason's not coming today, so we just figured we'll do it early. Do it early, knock it out.
Nice.
How you been?
Good.
Did you go to school today? No, it's spring break, right?
Yeah, technically.
Damn, you on spring break?
I'm on spring break, man.
Really, this is crazy.
Bitch is coming over in 30.
There's not actually.
No, there's no, because I wouldn't know how to fucking greet them.
I would have no idea.
I would
need to refer to the chart. And I just...
how to greet them. I know we just met, but are you okay with hugs? Doing that to people. Listen, I'm on a hug everyone. I know this sounds weird, but I am on a hugging everyone.
Even if you were an ugly fat man, I would hug you.
I would hug you.
I mean, you're a very beautiful young lady.
You are very you can say no. You can say no if you want, but you know.
But then I won't greet you.
But then you know.
I will not greet you. You will not be greeted if you say no.
Yeah. Oh man.
Expect to be in my home ungreeted and unwelcome.
Yeah, unwelcomed in my home. Yeah, so I did want to shoot that one.
It'd be fun. Yeah.
That thing, because I think it'd be really, just test out, see how good we can be.
Dune 2.
Yeah, we did watch Dune.
Yeah.
I've been making jokes all day today with Zach. All I've been doing today with Zach is just making these jokes. Where at first I called myself the least son on guy.
Yeah.
Then I called Zach. And then I called the big boss. Like, I'm not gonna say the name, but the biggest dude at the place we work. I started calling him.
That one's actually fitting though. That one's fitting.
No, not big. Like the main guy, boss man.
Yeah.
Biggest boss. Okay.
Well,
at where we work.
Yeah.
Okay. And they came into the store twice today.
Oh no.
While I'm making
this is the way.
I'm making all the jokes, and everything he did, Zach would look at me and be like, "Oh my god, he picked up the salad just like the
the prophecy says, as it's written,
as it's written. He picked up the salad and put it away." Yeah, we were just making those jokes, and then like when I made his drink, and it was like I had to give it to the person expoing. I got on my knees.
Oh my god!
I got on my knees. Lisa Nagai. He's not looking, but I'm doing all these bits today. I go up to Daniel, and Zach's like, "You can dismiss him on break." I go up to him and I go to his face and I just put a little cross on his forehead like this, and like you are released. I don't know. There's something because Dune 2. That we're not really spoiling it. Too many spoiler territory. small spoiler, kind of. I don't know. Really, it's like super religious. It's like
a very religious
It's
film.
like
Yeah.
it dives deep into like what religion is.
Yeah.
And so, it's like, oh man, any opportunity to like make jokes about like religion like that, I'm all in.
Yeah.
And so like sometimes I wear like the milk tags as like rings, and I'm like I'm doing it for the nut gods from above
Yeah.
to pay my respects. For every carton of milk, I will wear it as a ring. Like stuff like that. Just saying stuff like that. But Dune 2. I mean, as someone who didn't see Dune 1.
So I didn't watch Dune 1.
Yeah.
I watched a 5-minute recap right before we left to go to the theater. Really, really I think I enjoyed it the most out of everyone that we went with.
I think
And they
so,
all
too.
saw Dune once on multiple times. And, really all you need to know, if you want to go see Dune 2 and you haven't seen Dune 1, all you need to know is, hey, this is Paul. His mom is this
Bessa
woman,
Generate.
a Bessa Generate, and she can control people with her voice. And then they go to the spice planet, and it makes vitality and stuff.
Spice is all important.
It's the most important resource. Yeah. And so they go to this planet, and everyone wants to control the spice, because if you control the spice, you control travel. And then it's pretty much the main players are Paul and his mom. And then there's like a chancellor, and he's going after Paul's dad. And spoiler for Dune 1. So this is my review for, if you want to go see Dune 2 without, knowing anything. But Dune 1, Paul's dad dies. Mm-hmm. Sad.
Ambushed.
Sad ambush.
Amazing scene. So good.
No, I wouldn't know that. And so, so Paul pretty much wants to take down the Chancellor who killed his dad, and there's these guys called the Harkonnens, and they're bald and weird, and Austin Butler is bald and weird, but he's cool.
Keegan didn't even know it was
I did
Austin
not know it was
Butler.
Austin Butler. I was just like, damn,
So
who is this cool bald guy?
Yeah, the next day he found that it was Austin Butler.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah. See how much cooler it is not knowing who the celebrities are.
Yeah. It was just like, that guy was awesome.
Yeah.
But really, really enjoyed it. I never felt bored or tired like everyone else did, but yeah.
It was, for me, it was like, I liked the second one. Yes, it is good. The budget is way more than the first one, obviously. The shots are incredible in this one as well, and like the choices they made. But it almost felt like Dune 1 was a style, and Dune 2 is like, yes, we're the same style, but, we want more of like a general audience appeal now. So there's gonna be little moments where it's like, oh, this isn't really the tone of the first Dune didn't have any of this shit.
Yeah. I will say the tone did jump a lot. Like,
Yeah.
somebody who hasn't seen Dune 1, but it was like anytime they showed like the Harkonnens and stuff, and their planet and whatnot, it was always very, very serious, like this totalitarian, fucking Nazi-ish regime. And then you go back to the planet, it's like, well, yeah, if you take one wrong step here, you just fucking die. And it's like, holy shit, the fucking stakes are insane. And then there's like a fun little like like little like Marvel ass joke.
Yeah.
And it's like it never like pulled me out of it necessarily, but it definitely was like,
because it wouldn't pull you out because you never watched the first one.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh yeah, it's a movie.
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh yeah, a movie in the 2020s. Yeah, this is what they're like. But like, if you watch the first one, it's like, oh, none of that. It was like there's like all of it's serious the whole time. You don't feel like, and there's scenes that are very long and are dragged out, but like in a different. I don't know. It's different. It was different. But I did enjoy the second Dune as well.
Yeah. Interested to see where it goes next.
It's setting some things up, but
Yeah,
we'll just see, because I feel like the third one's just gonna be so much different than the first two. So we'll see.
Yeah, the third one now there's like they're off the planet, The first two was pretty much only on Dune.
Well, the first
Arrakis.
one, the first one halfway they go to Dune,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because pretty much he does, like, because Paul Atreides lives on his planet, and where they're from, and so the beginning of it is setting up like we're going to Arrakis.
I see.
And then they're like halfway throughout the movie they land on Arrakis, and then they're kind of getting adjusted to the life, and then at the end of that day, shit hits the fan.
Yeah, I see. So yeah, so bigger scope, more Florence Pugh, always welcome.
More Florence, please.
I kind of just wanted to go see Madame Web.
You did want to see Madame Web.
Dude, her web connects us all,
I have not seen a single thing from that movie.
Her web.
Okay.
So her web?
Uh-huh. Her last name. Okay.
Connects us all.
Okay. 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 Okay.
But no, I haven't seen much. I saw that. I've seen pictures. I've seen the promo pictures. I've seen Dakota Johnson. I've seen Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah. Other than that, go support your local theater.
Yeah.
Make sure not only are you paying for tickets because movie theaters don't make that as much. Make sure that you're purchasing concessions, water, popcorn, those kind of things. It would just be kind of mean to I know it's easier, it's cheaper to sneak in stuff, but probably not the best idea. Probably, and now we throw up the picture here of Cameron and Jason.
Yeah, we snuck an ice cream to the movie theater, bitches. Step it up.
Yeah.
All right. Next
Dude,
up, we're sneaking
so
out
crazy.
full fucking meals. I'm gonna go pull up with a Subway footlong.
You got the
in one
Subway
of these
footlong.
things.
I've got the KFC bucket.
Exactly. We're
Yeah.
gonna if we can sneak Ben and Jerry's, you've opened the doors to what the fuck can we bring in this
What can
movie
I
theater?
bring into a movie theater?
Yeah. You've truly opened the gates, Regal. So fucking, you're on pack watch now.
Regal, you
Any movie
count
we
your
go
fucking
watch,
days,
we're gonna
man.
increase what the fuck it is. I'll go in with a full catered Chick-fil-A.
I'm getting Chipotle to cater
Yeah.
out the back exit. Everyone in that theater's eating. That's such a funny thought. Like going to a sold out theater and then just getting Chipotle things in the
catering.
back and then yo, anyone who wants before this movie and just the whole theater's eating. Oh, that's so funny.
You know what? I've never actually looked at how much more expensive the candy and stuff is at a movie theater.
It's fucked up.
Is it?
It's fucked up.
Is it? I don't know how much more expensive it is. I just like going
see.
someplace else because there's more shit to grab. Movie theater candy is very limited. They're very limited, very limited type of candy.
Yeah.
They don't got what I like.
Yeah, we do be some picky bitches.
Yeah, when it comes to movie theater candy. But I was a good boy. I only stuck to the basics. 3 things of candy. No need for ice cream.
Yeah.
And then Philip was he has a whole diet thing, so he just had protein bars.
Yeah, 3
beef,
protein bars.
yeah.
It's I'm going a little crazy tonight.
I'm going a little crazy. Yeah, so it was funny.
Yeah.
We're just thinking full
No, I think
water
'cause
bottles.
I tried to find the prices. I don't think they were accurate on there, but I'm pretty sure not a big bag of M&Ms, but maybe kind of a step up from the pouches almost. I feel like I remember those being $7.
Crazy.
And then popcorn is the most upmarked thing on the planet.
Yeah.
And then it's a water at Wawa's
$2.
$2, and
a
a
big
water,
one.
yeah, for a fucking huge one.
Yeah.
And a water at the movie theater is $9,
And it's fucking
and it's
Dasani.
Dasani, dude. Don't even get me started.
And it's Dasani. But yeah. I'm trying to think of what else we could talk about.
I thought of a new kind of character we could run through.
Okay.
So I'm gonna be interviewing you, right?
Okay.
So just let me.
So you'll be
So you make videos.
Yeah. I make videos with my
Have people watched them before?
some people watch, not a lot of people watch, but some.
I've never heard of you. Are they funny? Do you make funny videos? You funny?
Keegan, what do you
Do you make comedy videos? Are they funny? Would I laugh if I watched a video of yours?
Are you just doing Bobby Altoff?
I'm sorry. I thought I was interviewing you.
I feel
but
like you're doing Bobby Altoff with me right now.
is that some sort of ice cream flavor? I don't understand.
No, the girl that interviews the rappers, I feel like you're just treating me like how she treats them right now.
See, I just don't think I've ever heard of your videos before. I just don't think that's I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I feel like I've heard of YouTube before. I just haven't heard of you. I
Okay.
don't know.
Okay. What do you watch?
Me?
Yeah.
I mean, here and there. I've seen like T-series.
You watch T-series.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
What's your favorite T-series video?
Probably like Indian Falling Down compilation number 41.
They title their own videos "Indian Falling Down" compilation.
Look, I don't work for T-series. I just interview.
I just feel like you've changed the vibe. Now you're being like sarcastic with me, being short with me.
I'm not being short with you. I'm not being short with you. Why would I be short with you?
Okay, I'm just
So do you make comedy videos? Like, are they funny? Like, would I laugh?
I don't know. I like to think they're funny. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I've never heard of one. So
You've said that already, though. You're just finding new ways. Not even new ways.
why
You're
are
just
you
insulting
getting
over
so
it.
mad?
Because you're just doing Bobby Althoff right now.
I'm just interviewing you. I just want to interview you. Is that such an issue?
Okay, fine. We'll keep going then.
I mean, what do you like to do, like, day to day?
I don't know. Pick at my butt and jerk off sometimes.
Okay. Sounds kind of boring to me. But do you not like making videos?
Have you ever
Like,
done?
do you not like making? You didn't mention making videos. Do you just not like making videos? Do you not like
I don't
doing
do
any
that
of
on a day-to-day basis.
You don't do your passion on a day-to-day basis.
I mean, if I had to say like, what do I do every single day? Those two are like at the top.
Okay, so what do you what do you like to do? I just feel like you're really bad at answering questions. I feel like
I'm bad at answering. Your question was just, what the fuck do you do on a day-to-day basis?
and you told me two things that have nothing. I didn't. Sorry, your agency didn't tell me to show up and interview you for butt picking. I didn't know that was on the menu.
See, the agency
today.
thing is so you're definitely doing Bobby here because the agency thing. Stop, you're just crossing your arms. They're crossing your arms.
What?
You're just crossing your arms, and are you trying to do her faces too?
I don't know who. I don't know who that is. I don't know who this person is. Just it's whatever. I mean, have you heard of like Preston Plays?
What the fuck? Who is that?
I don't know. My kids watch him. He makes like videos on that block game.
Roblox?
Maybe, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't
So
do
so
that. I
so
don't
your
play stuff like
household
that.
is first of all you have kids. Okay, your household is they watch Preston Plays. You watch T-series, and you strictly by the sounds of it, the fact that it's the 41st compilation. Have you watched the first 40 before it?
And the 440 that followed it, yes.
440. So, okay.
Look, if you ask me what I do on a day-to-day basis,
Okay.
if you were a nice person and had or maybe interested in me and this wasn't just a business transaction, maybe you would want to talk to me.
I'm
You
sorry.
would understand that I
I'm
wake
sorry.
up, I do my ice facial, I roll out my wrinkles, I make my kids some toast,
Okay.
and I watch the daily Indian Falling Down compilation.
Just toast. Not like breakfast. Just
They get their grains.
like one piece of toast each.
They're small.
So you think because of their size they deserve to be? What the fuck do you eat?
Me? Well, I mean, what do you think I eat?
I don't know. You're not that small, so I don't know what the fucking proportions are. How old are your kids?
Like 2 months and like 1.5.
So 2 months and 1 month old.
Like 1.5 years. Yeah.
Okay. That makes no sense. Like,
I'm sorry. I'm asking you the question.
Sorry.
What do you think I eat?
Sorry.
What do you think I eat on a day-to-day basis?
You fucking look like you're just like full of like I don't know, like fucking bunch of like little Debbie type shits.
Are you calling me fat?
No, I'm just saying.
You think I'm fat?
I don't think you're
So
fat.
you think you?
I think if a piece of toast is for a fucking 2 month old.
So you think you can come
2
on?
month old shouldn't even be shouldn't even be like eating toast.
So you can come on my show. You can come on the Bobby Altoff show, and you can call.
So you are doing Bobby Altoff.
You can come on my show.
That's an admission right there.
You can come on my show, and you can call a woman fat in 2024, and I should be allowed to platform you and give you a space that's safe for you.
All right.
I don't feel that's very fair. I don't feel that's very nice.
You know, guys, I think we should do a character podcast. We'll do Bobby Altoff interviews Larry David.
Oh, dude. Let's do it. Let's do it.
That's so funny.
That's so good.
I don't know if I can do
Do you have
Larry.
to reset, or are we good?
No, I was just looking at my phone vibration. We're at 4:30.
I don't know if I can do Larry David.
If you want to restart, it's at
yeah.
4:30. Okay.
So who are you?
You invited me. I'm Christian. Why you invited me on the show and you don't even know my name?
I thought you were Larry David.
Am I doing? Am I being Larry, or am I just Christian behaving like Larry?
I thought you were gonna be Larry.
Be Larry?
So
Oh,
boy. Let's do a character podcast.
Okay, I'll try to be Larry.
You don't have
I feel
to.
so weird. I feel like
You don't have to.
We'll do
You
it.
can Just okay. Ready?
I'll try. Don't make fun of me.
Yeah, if this makes it to r/Larry David, I'm gonna be pissed off. All right. Hi, this is the Really Good Podcast. So, who are you?
That's an introduction. That's how you start a podcast. Really?
I mean,
I don't understand why you're doing it like that.
who are you?
Come
to
on,
tell,
have a little bit more like, we're trying to have a podcast, right? I'm a guest, am I not?
Who are you to tell me how to start a podcast? I'm the podcaster.
All right.
I don't show up to your set and say, "Hey, this is how you should start a show."
Well, I wouldn't need you because I know how to start a show. All right, I know how to start a show.
And I have a.
You don't know how to start a podcast.
Which one of us has a better podcast, a bigger podcast?
I don't have. I bet if I had a podcast, I'd start a spite podcast, and in spite of your podcast, it would do way better than your podcast.
See, like, I just think that if your show was more like American Idol, have a bigger show.
Who watches American Idol?
Who watches? I don't even know what your show's called. I don't even know what it's called.
You don't know what my show? Oh, my show! You don't know what my show is called?
Yeah, no, I don't.
All right. Well, it's Young Larry.
Young Larry?
Anyway, can we start from the beginning? I feel like we got off on the wrong foot here. All right. Okay.
Okay.
Just a little bit, a little bit more pizzazz. That's all.
Hi. Welcome to the Really Good Podcast. Today I'm here with David.
Larry.
David Larry.
Nope. The other way around. Larry David.
I'm here with Larry David. So, what do you do?
I can't tell if you're being serious with me or not. Is this really how you do it? This is how you do a show? What even is a podcast? Oh, podcast. It's so stupid. Podcasts are so stupid. Just two people talking back. Who wants to hear that? Who wants to hear two people talking back and forth about absolute nonsense?
Isn't that just a
about
show?
absolute nonsense.
Isn't that just a show?
No, that's not a show. A show is scripted. It's thought out. There's funny, but you're not funny. You're not being funny. You're just trying to be really quick, smart remarks. Like,
Sorry, on my writer notes it says that you do an improv show. So what part of that is script? How is that scripted?
It's thought beforehand, and then I have actual funny people on my show. Unlike you don't even know what you're doing.
I don't bring funny people on my show.
No, you don't bring funny people on your show. Actually,
and that's why you're here.
Yeah, you bring assholes like me on your show, and I have to call you out on your bullshit. Actually,
My bullshit. I don't feel like I'm really bullshitting. I feel like I'm giving you a great opportunity on a fun platform that
fun. No, it's not fun.
So you're not having any fun right now.
That's crying. Don't cry. Don't cry now.
I'm not crying.
Don't do that.
I'm not crying.
Okay. Let's just continue. Let's just keep doing this.
Okay.
All right.
So
I'm Larry, and I make a show.
what show?
Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Is it kind of like Modern Family?
I don't even know what the fuck to say. Is it kind of like Modern Family? No, it's nothing like Modern Family.
I mean, my dad watches MASH. Is it like MASH?
MASH is an old show.
Is your show old?
It's a little old. It's a little old. We've been going for a minute. I'm trying to think.
What do you do on your show?
At this point, I feel like Larry would just fully just like leave or like, you know, just like it wouldn't even be like he wouldn't even be cooperating with this. I don't even know how to portray that. Let me see. So we can try to end the podcast.
Yeah.
With me like leaving or
Yeah.
storming off, or you. I gotta say something that insults you, and you gotta kick me off.
Yeah.
And that's how a true Larry David moment would go.
Okay. Yeah.
Let me ask you questions. Let me ask you a question. Then
What do you want to know?
you said you had kids.
Yep. I have 2 kids.
Which one's your favorite?
I mean, I don't have a favorite kid.
Everyone has a favorite kid. Come on. Yeah, everyone has a favorite kid.
No, they're both.
You
the
like
center
one
of my
more than
world.
the other. You know, it's like well, since you're a girl, you like the girl more. You know,
Because
if you're
I'm
a
a-
dude, you like the boy more. You know.
You think that there's no way for me to like my son more?
No. I mean, not that there's no way that you can not like your son, but you know, I would assume that you're more inclined to like the girl.
Why?
Yeah, you know, because you're a girl.
So you think that girls can only like girls and boys can only like boys?
No. See, now you're twisting my words, and no. I'm just saying, you know, there's more of an inkling to like them a little bit more.
I just don't understand. That feels like a very closed-minded and sexist view. I don't.
No, it's not. It's not. You're just not getting it.
I'm not getting it.
No, you're just not getting it. You're not getting this whole thing. You're not. It's just you're just not making any sense to me.
So you're saying that because I'm a woman, this isn't making any. I'm not able to.
Oh my god, because you're a woman. Oh my god, because you're a woman. Yeah.
I mean, you've been calling me a girl this whole time.
Oh,
like,
there's
pushing
no
30.
difference between girl and woman. Women can't be girls and girls can't be women. What are you talking about?
Girls are younger. Girls are usually
Girls are women. I would call an 80-year-old woman a girl. That's a girl. They don't stop being a girl once they get older.
So
Just
you
'cause they get more flabby and more shit. They're still a girl. There's still a girl underneath
So
all of
you
that.
sleep with girls. Larry David sleeps with girls.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that sentence.
Get the hell off my show.
Are you?
You are a creepy old man.
You're kicking
who is
me
out
off
of
the
touch.
show.
Yes.
You're kicking me off the show.
Yes.
Okay.
Can we get Bad Bunny on the phone? I don't want any more of these weird fucking old men. Like, he wants so much money out of us, and I don't understand where we're fucking finding them. Anyway, thank you so much. What the fuck?
Anyways.
Thank you guys for coming to the ugliest, stupidest podcast of all time.
Yeah.
Real shitty. This is like the shit stain of podcasts, you know?
It really is. It truly is to its core the ugliest and shittiest podcast of all time. Thank you and all hail Lord Jason.
Lord Jason.
Isanasa Agaib.
Oh.
All right. See ya. Peace. Bye.